Hey guys, thank y'all for being here for our midday pop in. Let's go ahead and get into this topic, honey, or topics rather, because we have a few topics that we want to get you guys caught up on. Thank y'all for being here. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. Let's get into the mess. All right. For those of you that may know, Nelly and Ashanti, they have their show coming out on Peacock, you guys. So let's go ahead and look at the upcoming trailer for that because that's been released. For those of you that's going to watch, I got to see if I got Peacock. I still haven't had a chance to check yet. I think I may have seen it on my TV, but I don't know if I have it downloaded. Again, I don't know why they have it on Peacock versus VH1, BET, or something like that. But let's get into it. All right. Here's Nelly and Ashanti for their new show coming up.
How did that ass whooping feel?
Now, their show, Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together, comes on June 26th on Peacock. All right, here we go.
I love you, though. We in New York City.
If you was going to spank me, I would have preferred Lemon Chef.
TMI, TMI. How did that ass whooping feel? I love you, though. We in New York City.
If you was going to spank me, I would have preferred Lemon Chef.
TMI. Swing it, cowboy. Bang, bang. Swing it, cowboy. He's packing. How you think Keke got here? No, it's just I hate you. He's packing.
Try not to lose too much. Try not to
Keep a little bit of that thing in.
Yeah, keep some of that thing in.
Okay.
Try not to lose too much. Try not to.
She's talking about working out. She can start working out. He's telling her don't lose too much now. He want that thing to keep thanging. I love these two. I love them. I love them. Oh my God. It's great that they were able to find each other again after, y'all know they used to date back in the day, for those of you who did not know. And they found their way back to each other after he cheated, of course. And, you know, people grow up. People grow up and tend to become more mature. So they found their way back. They're married and they have a baby. So I'm happy for them. Okay.
Keep a little bit of that thing in.
Yeah, keep some of that thing in.
You can tell he really loved her. All right. Shout out to them. I'm happy. So, yes, Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together, which is the title of their upcoming reality show that will be coming on June the 26th in 2 days. Okay. And it's on Peacock for those of you that want to watch. I think they're so cute. All right, let's get into some Halle Bailey and DDG news because we do have some, child. They got this court stuff coming up. And we got all the updates right, child. Let's get into it. Halle Bailey and DDG's final restraining order hearing begins today. Now, temporary custody for baby Halo also is on the line. All right. Yes, honey. So let's get into it. All right. So here's the paperwork. Here's the court order. All right. It says that the request to photograph, record, or broadcast is denied. Case number, they have it here. Dale Granberry, okay, versus Halle Bailey, which is DDG, okay. Filing the courthouse at Stanley Moss Courthouse. Filing date, which is 6/4. Case type, DV prevention with minor children, general jurisdiction. Status is open on 6/4. All right. So it says that if this links fail, okay, so we don't need that. Court order related, it has the number, same party has the number, okay? Future hearings, 8:30 a.m. in Department 25 at 111 North Street, Los Angeles, California, restraining order hearing. So this is what this is. This is a restraining order hearing. All right. So it said that Halle Bailey and DDG are back in court today for their final restraining order hearing. Both sides have filed for protection, and today a judge will also decide on temporary custody arrangements for their 6-month-old son. He's older than that. Said that there will be no more continuances, and everything will be determined today. So I do have the update on that as well. So they said that we are just wishing for the best for the outcome. Okay. So as you guys can see, they had an appearance in court today for their child for restraining order hearing. All right, let's stop sharing and get to the next part. Now, DDG has also requested something through the courts, visitation through the courts. All right, let's go ahead and get into that. with his messy self, still trying to have his mama involved. You a grown-ass man. Why you keep trying to involve your mother? Now, it says the DDG requests permission to visit baby Halo in Italy because you guys know Halle Bailey is in Italy for a few months because she's filming a movie, and baby Halo is with her because she was deemed sole custody of the child until the hearing. So it says she is in Italy, or he is in Italy with his mother's supervision during LA court hearing. All right, let's get into it. You guys see what DDG's mother has accused Halle Bailey of causing emotional distress by allegedly planning air attacks to track him. We saw all of that. But let's go ahead and read on what's going on, okay? Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. DDG is looking to a judge for the green light to visit his son that he shares with Halle Bailey in Rome, where the 25-year-old singer and actress is on set filming a movie and has sole custody of their child after domestic violence allegations against her ex-boyfriend, which is DDG. Now, according to Billboard, it says that during a hearing in LA court on Tuesday, June 24th, DDG's attorney, Lauren Bachman, made the case that the rapper wants to head to Italy to see their 18-month-old son, Halo, at the end of the month, with his mother supervising the visit. She don't need to have nothing to do with it. Now, it says that Bailey recently secured temporary sole custody after accusing DDG, who is 27 years old, of physically assaulting her. Now, Bailey has been in Rome with Halo for 2 months for filming. Lane, which is Bailey's lawyer, responded that he's okay with DDG seeing Halo, but believes that the visit should be supervised by a professional instead of DDG's mother. I agree. Now, goes on to say that he expressed concerns that DDG's mom has a history of enabling his alleged abusive behavior, including her constant social media posts about Bailey and Halo. It goes on to say that the judge indicated that she finds it reasonable for DDG to visit Halo in Italy, but stressed the need for an independent monitor due to Bailey's concerns. So the mother, they do not want her there in order to be this third person or the monitor between DDG and Halle, because she's also been involved in stirring up the mess. So I'm glad the court see that, okay? Let's continue. One more thing on them. I try to pull everything I could that's updated so y'all will be in the know, honey. All right, so let's get into it. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked and shout out to The Voice for the People Reacts. All right, so Halle Bailey keeps temporary custody and says that DDG's mom will no longer be the middle person. Now, Halle is requesting DDG finds a professional person for supervised visits with Halos. Now, it says that hold on. It says that they just stepped out of the courtroom for DDG and Halle Bailey hearing. It said that the main topic today was whether DDG can travel to Italy on June 30th through July 3rd to visit their son, Halo. It said that DDG and his attorney requested permission, asking to have his mother served as the supervisor during their visit. Halle Bailey's legal team pushed back and that they want a professional supervisor, citing concerns about bias and highlighting past social media comments made by DDG's mom and family about Halle. Now, it goes on to say that DDG's attorney asked the judge for a few days to try to secure a professional supervisor. The continuation hearing is set for June 26th at 1:30 p.m., where a final decision may be made about the Italy trip. Now, the judge reminded both sides that the mutual restraining order are still in effect until the next hearing, okay? DDG's attorney asked the judge for a few days to try to secure a professional supervisor. A continuation hearing is set for June 26th at 1:30. We just saw that. Says also on June 26th, DDG's attorney or lawyer rather is expected to confirm if they're ready to begin the actual case on July 23rd. Okay, so they still have some stuff coming up, but it looks like Halle Bailey won in this situation again. DDG, they are keeping a very close eye on him, being that he was physically abusive towards Halle when she filed the documents against him. So they're saying you can see your child, but it has to be supervised. You definitely have it. When the courts tell you that you need a supervised visitation, that means that you are something going on with you that's not totally right. They don't trust you along with your child. You can see him, but there has to be a supervised person there when you do. Somebody sitting there watching your every move with this child. They said, nope, you ain't gonna, definitely not gonna have your mama there, because if something go down, your mama is gonna always take your side. So I'm happy that the court is being fair in this situation and that they're doing what they feel is deemed best for Halle and the child. All right, shout out to Halle, honey. She ain't thinking about him. She's over there working, doing her music, etc., etc. Let's get into some more baby mama news. Keke, let's get into hold on. All right, Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer reflects on public breakup with Darius Jackson, which is her son's father. She says that that's not what I want people to see. Now, y'all know they also had a very tumultuous relationship as well, where he tried to hit her with a car. She talked about how he slammed her on the stairs. Several things that they went through DV related in their relationship. He broke into her house, was eavesdropping on phone calls. He also had a verbal exchange, negative exchange with Keke Palmer's mother, in which she cussed him out. We saw that. It was a mess. It was a mess. But let's get into what Keke Palmer had to say.
I remember.
Okay, shout out to Breakfast Club. Said that Keke Palmer speaks on the physical altercation with ex and getting a restraining order. Let's go.
There was the images of you guys getting into the physical altercation and you got the restraining order.
Yeah.
And that was so different than what we were used to having to talk about when it came to you, and people were really upset. What was your first thought in your mind when the images came online, and then the audios with your mom and his family going back and forth? Like, what was Keke behind the gag is thinking?
I hate that people had to see that. That's not what I want people to see. I wasn't even thinking about me. I mean, because I already knew it happened. It was, oh no, this isn't what I want people to see. But then on the other hand, I was like, obviously I don't condone this, and that's why I had to move. That's what I'm saying. I had to call the lawyers. I had to handle. I had to move the way I needed to move, because that's not cool to me. But just the fact that people had to see it, I hated it for my fans, for the people that cared about me. I don't believe in stressing folks out and giving them drama and all that type of stuff. So for me, it got out because I took it to the court, and people give information. Some of those things as a public figure, you really can't control. But I always know I'm going to handle it.
What did your father say during that time when all that came out? Because I know he's a deacon.
Lord. I remember there was the images of you guys getting into the physical altercation and you got the restraining order.
Yeah.
And that was so different than what we were used to having to talk about when it came to you, and people were really upset. What was your first thought in your mind when the images came online?
Yeah.
But I sometimes deacon going to say, look, God, I can't pray today. I'm going to put hands on somebody.
Mama Sharon was going off and all.
What did Larry say?
I mean, he was right there. Yeah, he was right. Larry was right there with Sharon, the same vibes. I mean, what you heard on that phone, my parents are going to defend to the nth, and they're going to correct things. My parents are loving and forgiving people. Obviously, we know that that's my son's father. So if there's a way to move forward, we will move forward. But there's a particular way that you got to move forward.
Exactly.
And you need to know what those lines are.
Exactly.
And again,
it's a boundary.
It's a boundary.
And
you know what I'm
boom,
saying?
Boom, boom.
Yes, best friend. I know that's right. She said, I'm not just a writer.
Yeah,
No.
no, because I don't play
for
by my
best friend.
friend.
I mean, she
I'm
was
like,
there when
look,
Leo was born. She set up
Exactly.
his bassinet.
Yeah.
She was there. So she knows.
How did your parents feel? And I think we saw some of this kind of play out, but like when your child's father came out in response to what we had saw, the video or the images or whatever, and they tried to make it seem like, well, she's adding to the drama. She's causing things to happen. How did you
Talk
feel?
about Sharon. Talk about, they were saying my mom or saying me. Yeah.
But I sometimes deacon going to say, look, God, I can't pray today. I'm going to put hands on somebody.
Mama
Yeah.
Sharon was going off and all.
What did Larry say?
I mean, he was right there.
deacon.
Yeah, he was right. Larry was right there with Sharon, the same vibes. I mean, what you heard on that phone, my parents are going to defend to the nth, and they're going to correct things. My parents are.
You both. Well, they tried to pin it on your mom first, and then there was things that came out where he tried to make it seem like, well, you also, I think he tried to allege that you also get physical or get aggressive in the relationship as well too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was a bunch of that out there. You asking what I felt about it?
Yeah. How did you feel when that happened?
Damn, this is crazy. I was just thinking, man, this is so ugly and this is so unfortunate that this is coming to the public. I just believe in keeping certain things private. If I don't care what I'm dealing with, I'm really not going to bring it to anybody unless it's the close ones to me and people that I know can handle it, because it's not anybody else's responsibility. As far as people thought about my mom was doing what she thought was best. She was defending her daughter. I mean, I would do whatever I had to do. You know what I mean? Defend my child. So the whole time, all I thought was, I'm silent because I really don't know. Why would I go online and say something to, I didn't get what I was supposed to do. So I was just kind of quiet and gagged and just like, can't wait till this is over.
You know what? Mamas don't play because, In the nose do. When she feel like people, she getting tired of hearing, you know, misconceptions about her baby. She
seriously.
be up in them. She don't play about it. So
I mean, back in the day,
getting tired
my mom used to run all my social media. She ran my Twitter until I was like 17 or whatever.
I would
And
love to see those messages.
I know.
No,
album.
one time I was on, somebody was like, yo, you got a lot of followers on your public page. Because I used to only have private pages. Like everything would be separate for me. Private page, public page, everything. And so I was like, what do you mean? So I go on the page and I see, you the bitch. And I was like, Sharon, I was like, Mom, you can't do. She was like, but they were talking about my daughter. And I was like, Sharon, she was literally cussing them clean out.
And baby mama got a mouth on her. I played y'all the video where she cussed Keke Palmer baby daddy clean out. And baby, she got him good.
Now, Mom, they think that's me. And so, yeah, you know, that's going to be Sharon. And I love her for it. She's protected me viciously through this industry. I feel like I am who I am because of it.
in the nose do. When she feel like
So there you go, honey. Now they said the following release of her new album, Just Keke, said that the entertainer is shedding light on one of the most emotional periods of her life. Now, during a recent appearance on The Breakfast Club, she explained why the album feels so personal. She said that many of the songs that are clearly inspired by her breakup with Darius Jackson, which is her son's father, or the son, father of her son, Leotis. Now, it says that I can't speak for him, but obviously there was some discomfort, according to what she said, and was asked about their relationship. She says that anytime that you're dating somebody in the public eye and you're not a person in the public eye, it just brings a dynamic that you can't explain unless you've experienced it. I agree. Okay. So of course you guys know she had that situation with her baby daddy. He is now in the military. For those of you who don't know, he joined the military. He's trying to turn his life around. I think that he and Keke are trying to maybe rekindle things. I don't know how you come back from that. If you slam me on some stairs, there's no coming back. There's no apologizing. There's no we can work it out because we have a child. Fuck that. I'm sorry. Pardon my French. Yeah, you put your hands on me, it's a wrap. It's seriously a wrap. A restraining order will be filed. You cannot contact me. Don't come by my house. Don't even, if you see me, don't bother me, period. There is no reconciling behind that. But, you know, some people go back for the sake of their kids and they want their kids to have that presence of mom and dad. But when it's that type of contention between the two, where you're putting hands on people, he tried to hit you with his car, broke into your house. Like, that was a lot. Now, people change, but I appreciate the change, but no, thank you. I mean, you know, we know a lot of women who pass away from DV, and I'm going to always protect myself as such. So you can still parent, but you ain't going to be with me. But that's what happened with Keke Palmer. All right. Two of my favorite artists. Let's get into this. Two of my favorite artists are going on tour. Can y'all guess who it is? Girl. Oh my God. Now, they weren't always friends, okay? They were not always friends. Y'all remember back in the day, honey, when the whole Boys Mind song came out. Now, backstage, and y'all can look this up, it was said that Monica punched Brandy and they had a little scuffle backstage before performing the song for the very first time, The Boy Is Mine. They had some words, and Monica brought that Atlanta hood out, honey, and put the paws upon Brandy, okay? And had her sitting up in her room. Y'all know the song. Let me stop. And I'm thinking about you. Yes, honey. But Monica and Brandy, they open up about rekindling their friendship before going on tour. So I'm kind of happy to see them go on tour and kind of do their thing. It's called The Boy Is Mine Tour. Yes. So Brandy and Monica stopped by CBS Morning to share some exciting news. They're going on tour together. Now, the iconic duo also opened about how they rebuilt their friendship, making this reunion even more special for their fans. This is great. Okay. We love to see two Black women getting along and getting money. Get along and get that money. Let's get into it. Brandy and Monica announced The Boy Is Mine tour.
There was this kind of rumored feud between the two of you that you really said was created by the industry,
Absolutely.
right? But you didn't actually know each other until more recently. How have you connected? You said you didn't used to talk, now you do. Or is it phone calls? Do you guys do things together?
It's phone calls, it's
all
text
of it.
messages, it's telling each other all of our business, which is amazing because her story is amazing. And I just
My
love
story
the
is
friend-
like a Lifetime movie, right?
Yes, it is.
It's a full movie.
That is possible, Monica.
It is a
Yes.
full. It's
Monica's hair is eating down. Well, y'all say what you want to about Monica. Her hair stays slayed, okay? I'm not that strong to cut my hair that short, but baby, that's nice.
a movie. But I felt like the relationship was so important because I really feel you have to be on the same page all the time. So I was championing for other people to stay out
while we worked amongst each other just to build relationship. So it makes it easy now. When there's a decision to be made, it's a phone call. When
I just follow her lead.
No, I always, no.
In a good way.
I just think that it's important for us to have that. And so that leaves no room for there to be
there was this kind of rumored feud between the two of you that you really said was
an interception by someone else. No matter what you say now, we know what it is. And, for us, we did allow other people's feelings to become a real thing. And that real thing became very dangerous and uncomfortable. So we're honest. We're open, we're transparent about it all, but where we are now and where we were then are two different things. When we did verses, we were just kind of slapped in each other's faces after about 8 years, and you can feel the difference. So the reality is that all those things were great, but this moment, it superseded my expectations, because when we're working on things, it's constant. Is this okay? Do you like this? Do you like this font? Do you like,
So how often do you guys talk?
Like every other day.
On the phone?
Every other day on the phone.
Wow.
She's in LA and I'm in Atlanta.
Right.
Yes.
So.
That's beautiful.
This is beautiful.
And then the second.
Love it. I like both of them, and I hate. Let me tell you what I hate. These are two great Black artists, female artists, R&B. Monica, she can do a little hood type stuff. Monica has more edge to her music, but she's also R&B. She can also have a little hip hop vibe. Brandy, she can kind of flip back and forth, but we know Brandy for having that sultry R&B voice. Okay, Angel in the Sky. I can go down the list because I'm a huge fan of Brandy. I mean, come on, we know. All right, Monica as well. But what I hated about how society, let's say society, how they did these two girls in terms of pitting them against each other. Why does it always have to be that? It's just two Black girls who are talented, who make great music, who look great, who are out here trying to, feed the streets with something good to listen to. I like that. I love Brandy. I love Monica. They both sing down. So to see the two of them come together, put their differences aside, they're grown now, they're mothers now, they're still in the industry, they're doing well. Brandy is still out here doing the damn thing, and Monica is doing the damn thing as well. I love it. I love that they came together to do verses together. I love to see that sisterhood, that bond, after all the rumors of them having that tension in their relationship. So to see that they are friends, they contact each other on a regular basis, and now they're coming together to give the fans something that we deserve, child. Like Mama D said, we deserve a tour from Brandy and Monica. I love them. Okay, so shout out to them. Shout out to the Shade Room as well. What y'all think? Y'all gonna support the tour? Y'all gonna support the tour? Y'all know they're gonna sing down. They're gonna sing down, baby. Okay, yeah. I gotta see what them dates gonna be giving, honey, because I'm about to be on some flights and on vacation. I ain't about to give up vacation for no damn Monica and Brandy too. Now I like y'all not that much because I need a damn vacation. But let's get into this little funny bit that I found, because we got to get a little ha-ha. Y'all know I love ha-has, honey. Let's get it. These two right here, honey, they are a mess. Let's get into it, honey. Shout out to Deshaun Jackson. Somebody sent me this. Who sent me this? Chef Don Don. Shout out to Chef Don Don. I said I'm gonna add this to my damn show. Shout out to Chef Don Don if you watching. Okay, get into this, y'all.
These young hoes be tired after one round. Yeah. I had a man, a job, and a yeast infection, and still made dinner from scratch, bitch. These young hoes be tired after one round. Yeah. I had a man, a job, and a yeast infection, and still made dinner from scratch, bitch. These young hoes be tired after one round. Yeah. I had a man, a job, and a yeast infection, and still made dinner from scratch, bitch.
Y'all, these older women be something else. And play one more time, because baby.
These young hoes be tired after one round. Yeah. I had a man, a job, and a yeast infection, and still made dinner from scratch, bitch.
Not a man, a job, and a yeast infection, and still went home and made dinner from scratch, bitch. Okay, tell her, mama. Okay. So these little young girls ain't got nothing going on. All right, you work a little full-time job, you come home, want to pick up some damn McDonald's. Mama said she rolling biscuits, bitch, and frying chicken after work. Get into it, okay? I know that's right, honey. Come through, mama, okay, baby. All right, let's get into some Diddy news, child. This Diddy trial is winding on down, honey. We're going to wind on down with it, all right? Where else can you go to get your updates for Diddy? Right on over here, honey. because you know we're going to talk about it. So shout out to TMZ. All right. Shout out to TMZ. All right, so they're saying that the Diddy trial, honey, is winding down with added freak-off sexting testimony, child. All right, not the Diddy oils behind him, girl. All right, so let's get into it. Diddy's federal criminal trial is winding down with more testimony about what jurors have been beaten over the head with for nearly 2 months. Now, Diddy had sex parties with male escorts and his girlfriend's child. Now, it says that the prosecutor is expected to rest their case Tuesday after their 34th and final witness. All right. Now, Homeland Security Investigation Special Agent Joseph Cerciello is done on the stand. So no more testimony. They're getting ready to come to a decision. They're resting, honey. And Diddy's defense attorney, Tenny Garagos, is doing cross-examination. Now, it goes on to say that Garagos is having Cerciello read text between Diddy, his ex Jane, and various male escorts that they hired for freak-offs. And there's really nothing groundbreaking here, according to what they're saying. Again, shout out to TMZ. As you guys can see, these are some documents. Now, the defense is introducing messages that they saw or that they say show the freak-offs were consensual. Now, it says that prosecutors have argued that Diddy was coercing and forcing his girlfriends to participate. All right, those are the text messages. Now, it says the sex has been the main theme in this trial or of this trial, with prosecutors mainly asking witnesses questions about freak-off sex and introducing exhibits about baby oil, sex toys, personal lubricants, and high heels, and plus some pow and drugiana charges, child. Woo, woo, woo. All right, look at Diddy looking crazy. Now, Diddy's defense has been trying to poke holes in witness testimony, and they've mostly been reduced to showing loving texts between Diddy and his exes. Now, the defense is just playing the hand that they've been dealt, with prosecutors mostly building a case about Diddy's kinky bedroom preferences, girl, not the Diddy oils, Lord. Okay. Now, it goes on to say, he says that, yes, there's also a RICO charge here and testimony that went towards racketeering, but today's testimony is centered around freak-offs among adults. All right. So what y'all think about that? They're saying the defense has rested. They don't have any more testimonies that they're looking to have in this case. All right. Yeah, we got one more piece because I'm going to make sure I tie off all ends of this, honey. So we're going to be probably hearing a verdict probably by this Friday, honey, or maybe before then. What's today, Tuesday? They're saying by Friday, but if the defense rests, honey, they may be coming back maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday with a decision on where they're going to go or which direction they're going to go in this case. Federal prosecutors officially rest their case against Diddy after calling 34 witnesses. Now, it says here that the prosecution wrapped up their case on Tuesday at Sean Diddy Combs' sex trafficking trial, marking the end of over 6 weeks of evidence that put the hip-hop superstar under the spotlight, facing former employees and 2 ex-girlfriends who voiced their regret about how he treated them over the years. Now, this moment came after defense attorney Tenny Garagos finished grilling the final witness for the government, Joseph Cerciello, an agent from Homeland Security Investigations. Prosecutors pointed to the freak-offs and solid proof for the sex trafficking and racketeering charges that led to Combs' arrest last September. Now, however, in my Kimmy voice, the defense contends that these were consensual hookups, fitting into a whole swingers vibe. Now, at 55, Combs is pleading not guilty and has been sitting in federal custody in Brooklyn without bail since last fall, when multiple judges decided that he posed a danger to the community. So we'll be looking to see what the courts are saying in terms of where they're going to go from here. I do know the other day we talked about the defense having one more witness that they had to get on the stand, which they've already done that. The man from Homeland Security, he's already testified. So now they're saying the defense is rested. Now they're waiting to see if Diddy will be found guilty or not guilty. Put in the chat, what do y'all think? Will he be found? 1, put a 1 if you think he'll be found guilty. Put a 2 if you think he'll be found not guilty. According to the transcripts and all of the information about this case that you guys have heard thus far. All right. Let's take a vote. 1, that Diddy will be guilty. 2, if Diddy will be found not guilty and get to go home. What do y'all think according to what you guys have heard thus far from this Diddy case? All right. Go ahead and put that in the chat if you will. We're going to move on to the next topic. All right. So James Harden, y'all guys know who he is, an NBA player. NBA player James Harden has found himself in some trouble, y'all. Woo, let's get into it. Let's get into it. I see some ones, they were like, yeah, nah, nigga, you gonna be in there. All right, your ass gonna be in jail. All right, so James Harden, honey, is sued for negligence after a nephew accused of rape at his Houston mansion. Now, James Harden is catching heat, and this time it ain't about basketball. Now, they said that the NBA star is being dragged into some serious legal trouble after a woman accused his nephew of R-wording her at a wild New Year's Eve party hosted at Harden's Houston mansion. Now, they said that the woman is suing Harden for negligence, claiming his security team failed her in the worst way. Now, according to court documents filed this week in Harris County, Texas, the incident allegedly went down at as a party was jumping off into 2024. Now, it says that the victim says that she drank from a bottle given to her by Harden's nephew, Justin Armani Blackburn, which quickly blacked out. Was this a Diddy party? Like a Diddy party. This sounds like some shit that happens at Diddy parties. It says that the next thing she remembers, she woke up to horror. Said that here's where the situation turns even more disturbing. It said that the lawsuit claims that guests were told to leave there, and then it cuts it off. I'm gonna have to dig up some more on this, but it sounds like whenever she took a drink, okay, which sounds like everything that happens at these damn parties, she took a drink and she blacked out, and it sounds like she was R-worded or violated during her blackout at this said party. So she is suing James Harden for being at fault, since it was his house, it was his party, it was his guest, okay, and it was also his nephew who is alleged to be the one that have R-worded her. So we're gonna spend a block on this because I want to see how this turned out, okay? Damn, this sounds like another Diddy party. Okay, what is wrong with Hollywood? What is wrong with Hollywood where people feel like they could just be sprinkling people damn drink and just violating people? Why you just taking it? Damn. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, so let's continue. Okay, now I'm going to, I guess I'll take a poll. I don't know if you guys want to. I had already made a thumbnail for it, but if you guys want me to pass on it, because I only want to talk about what you guys want to hear. All right, so if you guys want me to review the interview between Carlos King and Angela Oakley, please put a 1 in the chat. If not, we'll go ahead and 86 that and continue with our later pop in with more news that I know you guys can use. I saw that Carlos King did an interview with Angela Oakley from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Do you guys want to review that interview, or you want to pass? Put a 1 if you want me to interview, if you want to cover that. Put a 2 if you do not. Because I want to, whatever you guys want to hear and or talk about, that's what I want to give you guys. I don't want y'all to be bored like, oh my God, Carmelo, we don't want to see this, or we don't want to hear this. Put a 1 if you would like me to go over the interview between Carlos King and Angela Oakley. Put a 2 if you do not. All right, majority wins, honey. I see the 2s, but we're gonna 86 that, and we're gonna just go with our usual topics. But what we will do is just hit on the topic or the parts that I pulled. Okay, I got 2 parts, and it's not even the whole interview. It's just like, you know, a trailer for what's going to be said in the interview. And then we got some news that some of y'all may not have known, and we're going to go ahead and play that, and then we're going to move on. Okay, so let's get into this. Carlos, of course, is at Angela Oakley's home, and I'm actually like over half of the interview that I've watched thus far, okay, because I've been super busy, y'all. But so Carlos is sitting down with Angela Oakley. They're at her home, beautiful home, okay, beautiful home. It's like an estate. I have like, girl, I didn't know you was living like that. But yeah, so they're talking, and a lot of things, she's being very transparent about her relationship and her marriage to Charles, her finances, who Charles dated, rumors of infidelity. Girl, she is telling it all and leaving no stones unturned. But let's get into what she had to say. Shout out to Carlos King. Let's go.
And you're allegedly 44. Got Angela Oakley, May 4th, 19. Phaedra said that you are the oldest looking young person she's ever met.
I kind of want Phaedra to find a man, a friend, or a mirror.
You feel like everybody, Angela's like, we would have loved to see Angela with Nene Leakes, with Sheree, with like the old Kim Zolciak, the OGs.
Again, I think I fit in with the older cast because the wigs were bad.
Did you find out being on the show that Charles and Sheree dated, or did he tell you prior to you joining the show?
No, so
When it came to your real estate portfolio,
I was kind of persuaded to buy those properties. I have multi-million-dollar properties. I'm scared. I'm frightened. I'm running out of funds. I lost a tremendous amount of money.
your fans are concerned that you are in a marriage that's one-sided, and they want you to run.
Charles...
You were very honest about Charles' infidelity. How did that impact you when you discovered it?
I was very delusional about what was happening.
How did you find out?
And a few people DM'd me like, hey, he's married? I didn't know. I was devastated because I'm newly married. I just had a baby, so I'm dealing with postpartum. There's a lot of the women that he dated didn't care.
When Portia made the inappropriate joke,
I ain't even let the disrespect get to Charles. You're disrespecting me. First of all, we're going to acknowledge me. That's where I got triggered. I'm just not that type of girl you can play with.
is it going to be hard for you and Portia to ever develop a real friendship because of what she said about?
It's like, I see you. You know what I mean? Like, I see you.
Were you surprised that Britt did not show up at the reunion?
Oh, of course. I felt like there was a lot she needed to answer to.
What do you think about everything going on with her right now that she's doing?
I'm not surprised she took that route.
Why aren't you surprised?
Because it keeps the attention on her.
Do you think Kelly realized that Britt is a sinking ship and I may need to hop on another team?
Absolutely.
And Shamia told you all the things she felt about Portia. Did you orchestrate that as a payback?
I felt like Shamia and I were building a rapport. So for me to witness her acting that way in Nashville, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't owe you anything.
Prior to Phaedra coming back this season, were you a fan of Phaedra?
As far as her character, no.
So when Phaedra came back to the show, what were your thoughts as you were filming with her?
I feel like she was gonna come for me.
Do you believe Phaedra started this rumor that Charles is still cheating on you?
The truth is so much better than fiction. Like, why do you have to lie on my husband? Okay?
And you're allegedly...
Well, there you go. Because a lot of people were saying that Phaedra was behind a lot of the messiness. And then people was trying to say also that Phaedra was the person who paid that guy that I showed y'all on my other show to confront Angela on camera to embarrass her, to say that Charles was out cheating and had some woman in a restaurant, in this guy's restaurant, and did it on camera. So they said this guy was paid to do it. And they also said that Charles had some goons run up on him and check his ass for doing that on camera. I also showed you guys where Charles cussed him out and told him to get the out of here when he showed up to another event where the girls were at, especially with Angela. So it's given, child. She said, hey, my husband loved me. I don't know what the hell they talking about. But let's get into this now. Guess who Charles used to date, who used to be on the damn show? Y'all about to gag on this, honey. Hold up. Y'all, some of y'all may already know, and it's fine. Give me 1 second, because I got to play this clip for y'all, because y'all be like, excuse me, what? I ain't, let's go, child. Yeah, Charles used to date somebody on the damn show. On Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get into it, child. All right. None other than Sheree Whitfield, honey. Yes, honey. Angela Oakley says that Sheree Whitfield and Charles Oakley were once an item. They dated, girl. Ooh.
Well, my husband is her. They used to date. So I feel like Sheree wasn't one of the women who was looking for Charles after they broke up. You know, some women still, hang around even after you got married. Sheree just wasn't one of those women. So I don't feel like Sheree would be, a threat or anything like that. I feel like she would be and she's a Capricorn. My siblings are Capricorns. Like, I feel like Sheree would be a good time. And I've heard that a lot from a lot of different people.
Oh, Sheree is the best time.
I heard that.
No, Sheree is amazing. Did you find out being on the show that Charles and Sheree dated, or did he tell you prior to you joining the show?
No, so we didn't go through our list of exes, right?
Okay.
Like, we didn't say I dated her. It never came up that way. I found out just based on conversation from people back in 2017 when I initially cast it, because I believe Sheree was a part of that cast. She was a part of that cast. And so that's how I found out that they used to date. And so I didn't know the nature of their relationship. I didn't know how serious it was, and I've come to find out, how serious it was or lack thereof. So they dated, 20 years ago.
And y'all don't run into each other at events or anything in Atlanta?
No. Well, my husband is her. They used to date.
Now, Angela, because I've already started watching the interview. According to what she said in the interview, when Carlos asked her, y'all don't run into each other in Atlanta or whatever, she expressed that she ain't hardly in Atlanta. She lives in Atlanta, but she's that girl who got a lot of passport stamps, meaning she don't be in the U.S. She travels a lot. That's what she likes to do. She handles her business with her properties, and she be on flights, honey, catching flights and never catching no damn feelings. So Angela, she does live in Atlanta. Okay, they have multiple properties in Atlanta, $1 million properties to be exact, but she is always on the go, according to her. So she don't really run into a lot of the girls from the show or just people, period, in Atlanta, unless they see her when she's catching a flight, because she's always on the go, according to her. All right, but she said that pretty much. Let me just go ahead and do like a little rundown. We're not going to interview go over the interview because you guys didn't want me to, but I will share this information that I did see on the interview. She was saying that Real Housewives of Atlanta editing made it make Charles kind of look like he does not love her and that he does not respect her feelings or love her feelings or show her affection. She said that he's very loving towards her, that he does not run around on her, and that she did not like the way they edited to make her husband look that way. She said most of the events that they had, she said that most of the time Charles was the only man there, and it was uncomfortable for him because he wanted to be around other guys when they filmed, but he did the show for her. He didn't originally want to do the show, but when she found out that she was going to, accept in the contract for the show, he just agreed, okay, well, I'll do this for you. I don't really want to. That's why when y'all see him in scenes, according to her, that he just looked like, okay, I don't really want to be here. I'm just, I'm doing this shit for you. So she said, hey, my husband very much so loves me. He cooks for me every day. He checks on me every day. He does anything that I want, I get. He's emotionally there. So she's saying all the things that people are saying that Charles is not, she's saying that he is. So she's blaming editing for how we see Charles on screen. But she did say something that caught my attention. Okay, when she said when Carlos was asking her about Charles dating Sheree, she was saying that people were saying that they didn't even know that Charles was married. Why is everybody saying they don't know this man is married when you have been married to him for years now? Like, what the hell? Why is Charles married to you and don't nobody know that? It's giving R. Kelly and Drea Kelly, because nobody knew that Drea Kelly was married to no damn R. Kelly until she got on. What's the show she was on? Was it R&B Divas or something Divas, child? Nobody even knew that. It was like, I know you motherfucking lying that Andrea Kelly was married to some damn R. Kelly. Why doesn't nobody know that Charles is married? Charles, why you don't be telling women that you married? Why Phaedra on the show talking about, I've been knowing Charles for years. I ain't know he was married. That's weird. That is weird. Y'all don't feel like that's weird? But according to her, she doesn't feel like Charles is cheating or that he's disrespecting her. She says she blames a lot of it on editing and how they portrayed him on the show, and she didn't like it. She says one thing that she did not like about them being on the show is the way they edited him to look. Hollywood exes. Thank you so much, Delilah T. Okay. But yeah, so that's it. And that's all on that. Let's move on. Was that my last topic? Girl. I think it is. Hold on, guys, because y'all know I like to comb the YouTube streets, honey, if I get up out of here. And make sure we ain't miss nothing important, honey, because baby, y'all never know the way these YouTube streets be. They stay dropping something. So give me 1 second. Let me comb right quick before we get out of here. Thank y'all so much for that vote on the interview. As I said, I always like to talk about what you guys want to hear. Ooh, so we got, y'all, we got to talk about this. Ooh, Lord, let me hold my chest, Jesus. District Attorney officially charges. Oh, God. Lord, I'm going to cry when I get off here. And I don't even be crying, Jesus. Lord, where my tissue at? Hold on. Ooh, go ahead and wipe my face now, Lord. I'm pre-crying in this bitch. Ooh, Jesus. Is that a word, pre-cry? Can you pre-cry? I don't know. So y'all, shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. We've been waiting for an update on this situation. Collin County, Texas District Attorney officially charges Carmelo Anthony with first-degree unaliving months after the death of Austin Metcalf. Y'all. Okay, please pray for this young man. I'm sad about this. He lives in a county and in a state where they do not really like Black people like that. And where this crime particularly took place, from what I'm hearing, they are pushing for this man to get life in prison, if not the death penalty, for stabbing Mr. Austin Metcalf, even though he for a very long time bullied and harassed him. And he used his brother, his twin brother, who also was a part of bullying and harassing him. And they attacked this young man, Mr. Carmelo Anthony to be exact, on a day at a track meet. And he was asked to sit under a tent to get out of the rain. And these guys approached him, grabbed his cell phone, slammed it down, and they harassed him and they took his property. So he fought back finally after having to take weeks out of school because he was bullied so bad. All right. Upon him going back to school, they found out also that Austin Metcalf, the young man who lost his life behind this situation, that he had other people who he was soliciting to also bully him that went to his school, because Austin did not go to Mr. Carmelo Anthony's school, but he knew people that did, and he solicited them to bully him on his behalf. So on this particular day, they attacked him. He fought back. He did have a cut knife, we said that way for YouTube's sake, in his book bag, and he did stab Mr. Austin Metcalf, which is the white Caucasian guy you see in the picture here, with a knife in the chest. Okay. And he did succumb to those injuries, and they are now looking at charging him rather with first-degree unaliving. So a Texas attorney has officially charged 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony with first-degree unaliving months after he allegedly unalived Austin Metcalf during a track meet. Now, if he's convicted, he will be facing life in prison. Okay, he really hasn't even done anything with his life. He just graduated high school, so to go from high school to serving life in prison has to suck balls. I'm sorry. Are we going to look at the fact, and no, we can't charge Austin Metcalf because he's not here anymore, but his brother also was involved in this incident as well, if you want to look at it. And why they're not mentioning him, why he doesn't have any charges for coming after this young man. I hope he's pleading self-defense. There are several people around, including one of the coaches, that said he saw the entire thing and that Mr. Carmelo Anthony was attacked in said situation. There is said to be video evidence that they did attack and come up to him first. That's self-defense. If you put your hands on me first and I react and I do what I need to do to get you up off me, that's self-defense. If you break into my home and I have to let off on you, then I'm protecting my property. Okay, period. This is crazy. Let's go ahead and hear what they have to say. I'm kind of getting mad about this now. Let's go.
Afternoon. Earlier this spring, our community was shaken by what happened at a school track meet in Frisco. The violent loss of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. For weeks now, my team has been presenting evidence to the grand jury, and today I summarized that evidence, and I asked the grand jury to return a first-degree murder indictment against Carmelo Anthony, which they did. With this indictment, the case now moves formally into the court system. From this point forward, we'll continue doing our job both fully and fairly to pursue justice under the law. As for the scheduling of the trial, that will be up to the court, but when the time comes, we will be ready. Now, we know that this case has struck a deep nerve here in Collin County and beyond, and that's understandable. When something like this happens at a school event, it shakes people to the core. But let's remember that the justice system works best when it moves with steadiness and principle. That's what we're committed to, and that's what this case deserves. We're also mindful of Austin's family and everyone who loved him. Please keep them in your thoughts, and if you're willing, your prayers as well. Finally, let's remember that a defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. Good afternoon. Earlier this spring...
That shit don't make me feel better at all. We know everybody's innocent until proven guilty. Prayers to his family, prayers to everybody that's attached to him, that this case is affecting. This could have been anybody's son. This could have been your son. Bullying is definitely something that needs to be stopped. There need to be tougher laws that point to the attention of bullying, because it's a real thing. We have kids that are taking their lives, middle school kids taking their lives because they're bullied. They can't take it anymore. This young man obviously was afraid of these two big ass boys that were continuously coming for him. And on this day, I feel like he knew he was going to see them because they were having a track meet. And they came up to him and did what they continuously did to him, which was bully him. I feel like he brought a weapon, and I'm not saying that it was right, but he felt the need to protect himself. And I feel like that's what he did. I feel like he was protecting himself. Why were you on top of him? Why? as big as you were. If you saw pictures of Carmelo Anthony, he's a very small guy compared to the Metcalf twins. So they had to literally push the Metcalf twin off of Carmelo after he stopped him. So think about that. That is unalived weight on top of him. They approached him, and I think that definitely needs to be looked into. Bullying, definitely, there need to be tougher laws with bullying. For the schools, for social media, in person, wherever the case may be, nobody has a right to violate you in any way, whether it's verbally, physically, psychologically, emotionally, in any way, shape, or form. Everybody has a right to be in their space, and you don't have a right to walk up to somebody and put your hands on them, threaten them verbally, and not respect their response. Now, his family, Carmelo Anthony's family, had to move from their home. He's on house arrest right now with the ankle monitor on. They had to move into a gated community because they were receiving harassing and threatening messages, as well as people showing up to their house all time of the day and night, threatening them. And it's crazy. Prayers to this family. My God. This young man just graduated high school. Straight A student, never been in trouble, never had a record ever. I read up on this. Y'all pardon me if I get a little too passionate, because y'all know I'm a child. Stuff like this. Okay? My God. This could be anybody's child. This could be your child. This could be my child. Bullying is a real thing. Teach your kids to keep their hands to themselves, not to bully. To avoid situations like this. This young man's entire life is getting ready to be destroyed over a moment. He just wanted to go to the track meet. And he did what he was asked to do by another coach. And these two young men, the Metcalf twins, came up to him and told him where the fuck he could sit after he was already instructed by an adult to sit somewhere. And they came up and they put their hands on this young man, and things escalated to where he just did not want to take that shit no more. All of that needs to be taken into account when this case does go to trial. Prayers. And I really hope that they don't have it in the same city so that he can get a fair trial, because you got a lot of racist bastards that's going to be sitting in this damn courtroom looking to hang this young man. Not physically, but judicially. Okay. This is so sad. I hate this. I really hate this. But let's get out of here. I don't even want to do another topic now because I'm mad. I'm sorry, y'all. This makes me mad. I mean, we knew he was going to be charged eventually because he did unalive someone. We knew that. But they're going for first degree, y'all. And first degree, if found guilty, he will get life. So let's pray for this family. Let's pray for the decisions of the court. Again, as I always like to say in situations, God is still in control. God always has the last say in situations like this. Man say life. God can say 15 years. At least he will still have a shot at life. Okay? Yeah. Seriously. Hey, they could, if the family go back, and hopefully they don't have Ben Crump, Lord, and nothing against Ben Crump, but Ben, please sit down, because you still ain't got us no justice for Shanquilla. All right. Like I'm sick of you. Please do not jump on this case, Ben Crump, or that's going to make me even more upset. But let's pray for this family, this situation, the outcome, all of the above. All right. Let's get out of here, guys. And I will see you guys later for our pop-in. Okay. Love you guys down. Thank y'all so much. I see you in the house, Astute Queen B. Thank you so much. Let me go back up because I'm gonna get all my people, child. Family Mom TV, thank you for being here, dear. Purple Unicorn, if you're in the building, thanks for being here, love. Schoolboy, if you're in the house, thank you for being here as well. I'm just calling out the names that I know usually pop in to support the video. Do we have Maj? Can you please drop it in the chat and let me know if I missed anyone? Sunny Days, if you're here, love, thanks for being here. Those are my usual content creators that are usually here supporting. All right. So thank you guys all for being here. Of course, my Caramelians, thank y'all as well. Everybody in the chat, everyone in the bushes, and everyone under the sound of my voice. Thank y'all for being here. I will see you guys later for our pop-in video, our later evening pop-in video. Okay. Until then, let's go. Bye.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never